Sadie Gibbs, Big Swole, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Dr. Britt Baker getting a hero's welcome here from the Chicago faithful. Now Penelope Ford comes off the top, crashing onto Nyla Rose while the remaining competitors are making their way to the ring. Now Penelope Ford, back handspring, back elbow. Nyla Rose looking a little bit rattled. It's Penelope Ford seeing her first in-ring action here in All Elite Wrestling.
We saw her at Double or Nothing. She came out with Joey Janela, but this time around, locked in the face is what's going to be the situation for Penelope Ford.
Now Shazza McKenzie taking out Big Swole.
Britt Baker.
Britt Baker giving that Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, giving a dental health evaluation.
Certainly gonna.
Shazza McKenzie, and now Sadie Gibbs in the corner with Nyla Rose, running knee strike there from Shazza McKenzie, center of the ring.
I feel like every time we talk about Britt Baker, there's always a good tooth reference to bring up.
There has to be. She is a practicing doctor, medical dentistry. As now Shazza McKenzie climbing up the ropes with Britt Baker, trying to force her to the outside, but Shazza maybe a little too eager. Oh, Shazza McKenzie gets dumped to the outside.
Such a shame there for Shazza McKenzie, but the show must go on. It will not be a fantastic evening for Shazza. Then Britt Baker, right to work immediately on the biggest threat in that ring. It's going to be Nyla Rose, who once again manages to manhandle not one, but two with a choke slam, Excalibur.
Double choke slam from Nyla Rose, showing off her strength, but Big Swole coming in from behind. We're going to see who's the biggest Swole in this match.
Big Swole's advantage is going to be the speed, and that's what she's doing.
High roundhouse kick, ducked. Oh, cracks with a headbutt. Swole coming in, Cazadora. Just planting Nyla Rose face first, center of the ring.
I was saying, you can be fast in that ring. Nyla will punish you for it, but Big Swole recognizing the opportunity at hand, but Nyla Rose immediately grabbing her.
Fireman's carry.
Not good.
Fireman's carry, Big Swole fighting from the outside. She is in a dangerous position. Grabbing a guillotine. Nyla Rose guillotine, now Swole creating some distance. Charging in on Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose catches her. Oh! Just flattens her with her Uranage on the ring apron, and Swole just falls to the outside. Soul butt there from Penelope Ford. Is the next suit about to enter the ring?
Penelope Ford gets
waistlock German suplex plants Penelope Ford on the back of her head. Well, we saw the countdown, but the next group taking their time.
Should be up in a little bit. Meanwhile, in the ring, Penelope Ford right over like a sack of potatoes.
Just planted on the turnbuckle.
Approaching me, Nate. Tennille Dashwood, Eva Elise, B. Priestley, Brandy Rhodes, and Awesome Kong.
Oh, look at this! Britt Baker immediately going after B. Priestley, just laying in shots on the ramp. This is the fallout from Fight for the Fallen in Jacksonville just a few weeks ago.
And I was going to say business is about to pick up, like our friend good old JR says, but it seems like
business
Britt
has
Baker
already picked up.
Yeah, she's looking to cash in right away, and then
now Eva Elise and Sadie Gibbs in the ring. Oh, Tennille Dashwood cracks Eva Elise across the jaw, and a lariat to Sadie Gibbs.
A lot of threats in that ring, Excalibur. Eva Elise, such a veteran in this business. And then Tennille Dashwood, a fantastic wrestler in her own right. Sadie Gibbs, look for her to make some noise.
Sadie Gibbs,
Eva Elise.
Yeah, a relative newcomer, but Eva Elise with the experience edge. But Tennille Dashwood showing her experience edge as Eva Elise was playing to the crowd. Now Tennille, double underhook applied. Just butterfly suplex into Sadie Gibbs, and now Tennille. The taste of Tennille.
Right to the corner. You got two people stacked together. That is going to hurt, but here we go. Awesome Kong, and she's getting directions from Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah, look at this duo that just entered the ring. I wonder if it's a coincidence that Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong had the same suit. There can be only one Joker, but Brandy Rhodes has proven time after time that she relies on Awesome Kong to be her muscle.
flattened right in the middle of the ring was Ivelisse there. Now Brandy going for Sadie right into the arms of Awesome Kong. Good drop kick there.
Drop kick to the back. Oh! Kong takes down Brandy. Not sure if that was intentional or not. Maybe Awesome Kong is thinking she might need to deserve a raise. Nyla Rose, she was on the outside, but was on the outside underneath the bottom rope, so she was not officially eliminated. As now, Sadie Gibbs, Ivelisse, and Tennille Dashwood are back. Oh! Brandy with her back turned.
And Awesome Kong is occupied with 3 other women in that ring, so this is Nyla Rose having her way with the chief Brandy officer here.
And this is the opportunity for Nyla Rose to get some measure of revenge for Brandy interjecting Awesome Kong in her match at Double or Nothing.
Payback is a dish best served cold. Nyla looking to give her a frozen one there, but Brandy Rose with the stunner!
Big stunner on Nyla Rose. And Awesome Kong has created some distance for herself. She dumps Tennille Dashwood out to the ring apron. Ivelisse on the shoulders of Awesome Kong. Oh! Sadie Gibbs gets a pair of boots. Tennille Dashwood taken off the apron. Oh, the Hurricane!
Oh, man! Right to the face, and Awesome Kong is doing the job for Brandy.
That's exactly what she was hired for, that spinning back fist, that Hurricane, knocking Ivelisse off the apron. And Awesome Kong looking up the ramp as the Hearts are making their way into the Casino Battle Royale.
Approaching the ring next, Aew.
Aew coming
Nicole
down.
Savoy. Teal Piper. ODB.
Jazz making her appearance, her presence felt here in Chicago, Illinois.
Crowd on their feet for Jazz, the veteran, making her way to the ring now. But while that was going on, we have to acknowledge the fact that Aew, she beelined it straight for Brandy, giving her no moment to breathe there.
Just like we saw Britt Baker attacking B. Priestley earlier on. Aew, another wrongs party by Brandy Rhodes. Brandy was crying those crocodile tears, saying how she needed to beat her demons, when really, oh, look at this. The square off in the center of the ring, Nicole Savoy.
Oh, that's what's good.
Nicole Savoy just got bonked on the top of the head by Awesome Kong. Kong sends her to the rope. Nicole Savoy, tope suicida.
Take advantage of the opportunity that was presented to her. Rather do that than go right into the arms of Awesome Kong. Not what you want to happen in this Casino Battle Royale.
ODB, Jazz, B. Priestley, and Britt Baker were fighting on the outside. And now Nicole Savoy throwing Britt Baker into the ring. ODB's got the flask out. She and Teal Piper. Oh, Teal Piper with a poke of the eye. And now the sleeper. She's applying the sleeper hold. Center of the ring.
Teal Piper, the daughter of the legendary Roddy Piper, using his patented poke in the eye technique. But unfortunately, Awesome Kong, again, not having any of that.
Nyla Rose with a handful of hair on B. Priest, or excuse me, on, oh, Nicole Savoy, yeah. Savoy sent to the outside. Teal Piper to the outside by Awesome Kong. Now Kong and Nyla Rose meeting eye to eye, center of the ring.
Teal was thrown through the middle rope, by the way, so she's still going to be in this matchup. Now we're finally going to get the lockup that we were looking for, but here comes Jazz.
Jazz slicing through like a hot knife through butter.
Oh, man.
What a face-off of 4 of the heaviest hitters in women's professional wrestling.
Crowd on their feet for ODB here, but there are so many women in this matchup that have the capability of going huge when they need to. And here comes our final player in this one, the Joker. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, Kong up to the outside. And now Jazz with the crucifix on Nyla Rose. ODB eliminating Jazz, and at the top of the ramp.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Joker, Mercedes Martinez.
What an ovation for Mercedes Martinez, drawing the Joker card. The last woman to enter the Casino Battle Royale with a distinct advantage. Oh, Brandy gets tossed out. Mercedes Martinez enters the ring. Aew makes a beeline for her. Mercedes spine buster. Britt Baker throws the line herself over the top. Just dumps her. Release Northern Lights. Now Sadie Gibbs charges in as well.
You can have some of it as well.
German suplex for Sadie Gibbs. Mercedes Martinez cutting a path. B. Priestley. Shoulder capture, no.
Nice European uppercut there by Mercedes Martinez. Going in for it now. Priestley does recognize the moment.
Oh, Mercedes rolls through.
Oh,
into the curb stomp. Huge curb stomp, but Nyla Rose waiting in the wings with a fireman's carry. Mercedes trying to fight free.
Oh my goodness gracious me! Mercedes Martinez, what a start here for her in the Women's Casino Battle Royale.
Massive Masa Saito suplex. Now Aew lays a right elbow, 3 consecutive elbow shots. Up on the shoulders of Aew is Mercedes Martinez. Death Valley driver. With Brandy Rhodes eliminated from this match, Aew now only has to focus on that opportunity for the AEW Women's World Championship title.
But can we acknowledge the fact that Nyla Rose came out first and is still in this one, still going, and even though right now she is not in this action, she is still a threat to every person in that ring.
Very much so. Aew went for the monkey flip in the corner. Mercedes placing her on the top rope.
No.
This is a dangerous spot for these women to be fighting. Aew,
Held on.
her feet on the apron.
Still fighting off attackers coming from all angles,
Yes.
but Nyla Rose again!
Dumps Aew to the floor, ending her evening. Now Sadie Gibbs, springboard lariat, takes down Nyla Rose. Now, Sadie Gibbs up to her feet as we have the purchase information for All Out coming up at the top of the hour on pay-per-view providers. BR Live, the BR Live app, ITV box office in the UK and Ireland, and Fight TV internationally, as Sadie Gibbs has her fellow countrywoman, or adopted countrywoman, B. Priestley up on her shoulders. Now Sadie gives a gorilla press to B over the top. No, B avoided it. Sadie hangs on, skins the cat.
Oh, B's not having any of that.
Just dumped to the outside. And B. Priestley, after that explosive debut at Fight for the Fallen, that Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, is certainly not forgotten about. She's looking to keep the momentum going here, but Mercedes Martinez looking to eliminate Britt. Britt fights her way back to the center. Mercedes lays an elbow shot.
Mercedes has that slightest sling blade. Mercedes has that slight advantage. She came out last. She drew the Joker card. So she's not nearly as exhausted as these other women here, but Nyla Rose is going to go in for the attack now. B. Priestley off of the ropes, tries to hit it, but Nyla Rose
Nyla
picks
just
it right
hangs
up.
on. That's the strength advantage of Nyla Rose.
No, oh man.
Oh! Shot to the knee, maybe even the shin. Setting up for the running knee strike from Mercedes Martinez. Great inadvertent teamwork there by Britt and Mercedes.
That's what it's going to take to eliminate Nyla Rose from this competition. She is the threat. I'll keep on saying it.
And
everyone needs to look out. But B. Priestley tried to go for Mercedes and is now going for Britt Baker.
She saved Nyla Rose in an effort to eliminate the other two competitors.
Was that even a wise play
No,
there?
it was stupid.
Uh-oh, not good.
Oh, step up Gamangiri. Super kick, Mercedes Martinez gets eliminated.
Did not see that one coming at all. Mercedes Martinez drew the Joker card. She had that advantage, but in the ring, getting to her feet, the person who came out first, the woman who came out here first in our first group, Nyla Rose, going up against Britt Baker, and of course, B. Priestley.
It's the age-old question in professional wrestling. Will these rivals, will Bea Priestley and Britt Baker be able to coexist? Will they be able to put their differences aside to eliminate Nyla Rose?
They're going to have to.
There they go.
The opportunity to become the first AEW Women's Champion is on the line. Super kick right to Nyla Rose's dome. Another knee right to the face. Here's the opportunity that they were looking for.
Nyla Rose sent over the top. She hangs on. Feet did not touch the floor.
What are they going to do to get rid of her? Nyla Rose, unbelievable. Oh, she went for the cartwheel kick right on the apron.
Tremendously dangerous move for Nyla Rose. Had Britt and Bea been a step faster, their momentum might have carried her off. But the splash in the corner.
Now Nyla Rose has him right where she wants him.
Turned her back on Bea Priestley, but able to just kick her off. And now, Britt Baker. Kick to the midsection. Destroyer! Standing destroyer just planting Bea Priestley on the top of her head.
But she is all that dead weight. That's what Bea Priestley is. So now Britt Baker needs to make a decision. Does she go after Nyla Rose, who's getting up? She's going to have the leverage there as well. Nyla Rose going to be in a tough spot, but she still has that strength, that power to be able to knock Britt away from her.
Those rising elbows and forearm strikes. Suplex off the middle rope, bringing Nyla in, but doing damage in the process.
These women, what a display here to start things off for the All Out buy-in. The opportunity to compete for the first ever AEW Women's Championship.
Strike. What a huge opportunity that will be when one of these women go to Washington, D.C. Bea Priestley, what agility as she climbed to the top rope. Britt able to fight her off. A headbutt. Catching Britt right on the nose.
Bea Priestley's out. Bea Priestley's out. That's going to leave our final two women standing. Britt Baker and Nyla Rose, who came out in
look at this. Bea Priestley grabbed the arm of Dr. Britt Baker and pulled her to the outside.
The winner of the Casino Battle Royale.
I cannot believe it.
The native beast, Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose going bell to bell.
So impressive.
To win the Casino Battle Royale here at the All Out buy-in, to punch her ticket for Washington, D.C., her hometown, where she will face the winner of Riho and Hikaru Shida, which will take place later on tonight. The winner of that match will face Nyla Rose to be crowned the first ever AEW Women's World Champion.
It's been a rough start here for Nyla Rose. Being 0-2, she fell at Double or Nothing. She also lost at Fyter Fest, but now, finally, she's gonna get the opportunity. And here's the thing, if you're Riho or Hikaru Shida, man, there is a threat, and there is what it's all about right there, the AEW Women's Championship.
That rose gold, jewel-encrusted belt, hand-picked by the CBO. Brandy Rhodes herself and Nyla Rose, laser focused on that belt, on that title, on the opportunity to make history in Washington, D.C. on October 2nd.
How many people did she eliminate, man? We'll have to get the official tally because that was so dominating.
An extremely impressive performance for Nyla Rose. All of her abilities were on display. And let's take a look at some of the action, some of the eliminations. You see Fabia Apache going over the top.
Priscilla Kelly. Leva Bates, that's three.
Leva Bates. Shazza McKenzie, beautiful splitting stunner. But Britt Baker had it scouted. The taste of Tenille. But Tenille's night was over shortly thereafter. And then the Hurricane, the spinning back fist, eliminating Ivelisse.
And Nicole Savoy going in for that tope suicida right to the outside. Mercedes Martinez drew the Joker, thought that was going to be an opportunity. And Nyla Rose thrown right over, still in this matchup. The destroyer from Britt Baker, a thing of beauty, Excalibur.
But Britt Baker was on the receiving end of that headbutt from Bea. Did not take kindly with it, absolutely starched her with that, and then we see Bea Priestley distracting Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. allowing Nyla Rose to get the elimination.
The winner of the Casino Battle Royale.
It's very clear that this rivalry between those two women, Bea Priestley and Britt Baker, not going to end anytime soon.
Well, coming up as the main event of the evening, the AEW World Championship title match, Hangman Adam Page, Chris Jericho. Let's take a look at this rivalry.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to present the AEW World Championship belts, the best there ever will be, Bret Hart!
I want to thank AEW for giving me a chance tonight to be the first presenter. This absolutely beautiful belt here. This is as beautiful a belt as you're ever going to find anywhere.
Let's get a shot of it. Oh my goodness. Beautiful.
Whoa! Hangman Adam Page, a foundational piece of All Elite Wrestling.
I will be the first All Elite Wrestling champion.
What the hell? Oh! Hangman Page.
Wait a second.
It's Chris Jericho. We knew he was going to be here, but certainly not in this form.
I'm looking at the blood of Hangman Page on my hand right here, right now. I am going to prove that if it wasn't for me, AEW wouldn't exist. And more importantly, I am going to prove, like I did tonight, that the Hangman is nothing more than a little
Count here. Oh, there's a Hangman. Adam Page exploding his wrath on Chris Jericho.
I have to win. I have to win. I have to win. I have to win. Because if I don't win, the legend of Chris Jericho ends at All Out.
So Chris Jericho, you want your big thank you. I'm gonna go on and give it to you, Chris. Thank you for making me feel for the first time in months that I truly had to fight. Thank you for making me feel alive. Thank you for this. Because when I looked at this and I saw it in the mirror this morning, I realized I don't want this to heal. I don't want the bruise to fade. I don't want the cut to close. I want to pull the stitches out of my eye because I want it to bleed. I want to feel it.
And I will walk out of Chicago, the new and very first AEW champion, and once again change the universe. You're welcome.
The main event of All Out coming up at the top of the hour on pay-per-view. BR Live, the BR Live app, ITV box office in the UK and Ireland, Fight TV internationally, and this is what it's all about, Goldie.
History in the making, Excalibur. Our first AEW World Champion will be crowned tonight.
Hangman Adam Page, Chris Jericho, a fight for the ages.
Let's go! This is a private party, but you are all invited. Let's just get it started. Throw your hands up, everybody. This is a private party.
And the private party has come to Chicago. Oh, got some beats. Oh, I'm down with that.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from a location where you need an invitation, at a combined weight of 24 ounces of cranberry vodka, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Private Party.
That is a whole lot of cranberry vodka. But what this team brings to the table, if you're just, maybe you're joining us for the first time, you're curious about what AEW is all about, well, look no further. These two men are what AEW is all about. They'll take to the sky, they'll entertain, they will throw down in that ring with the best of them. And at Fyter Fest, they gave us a show to remember, Excalibur.
Yeah, it was a three-way tag team matchup with the best friends in SCU. Both of the veteran teams completely underestimated Private Party, but Private Party made an incredible showing for themselves. They made a name for themselves that night at Fyter Fest. Even though they lost the match, and are still looking for their first victory here in AEW. They turned a lot of heads and hope to turn a few more heads here tonight.
Throw your hands in the air when the beat drops.
Now getting a little bit of international flavor here as the American Jack Evans and the South African Angelico, a team that, ironically enough, competed mostly in Mexico, but were very successful in Mexico, making their way down to the ring.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 377 pounds, the team of Shaq Evans and Angelico.
A very similar style as well to Private Party. They are not shy when it comes to getting high risk. They will go for it if it means pulling off the W. And as of right now, they're desperately in need of one. They have not had the best run here in AEW. They lost at Fight for the Fallen in that three-way tag team match versus the Dark Order and a boy and his dinosaur. And they also lost to the Best Friends at Double or Nothing. So this is a big opportunity for Jack Evans and Angelico.
An incredible opportunity not only to mend their win-loss record, but also to stake their claim at the upcoming AEW World Tag Team Title Tournament, kicking off this fall, of course, on TNT, October 2nd. And Private Party, though, their match for the tournament already been announced. They will face the Young Bucks on October 9th in Boston, Massachusetts, in a first-round matchup in the AEW World Tag Team Championship Title Tournament.
Doesn't get more challenging than going up against the Young Bucks, but right now, their eyes need to be set on the task at hand. That is going to be Angelico and Jack Evans.
And again, at the top of the hour, All Out, the pay-per-view extravaganza on traditional pay-per-view providers in demand included, along with BR Live, ITV Box Office in the UK and Ireland, and Fight TV internationally. And Jack Evans is a man with a chip on his shoulder, as you found out on the bus today.
Yeah, what happened? I mean,
no, that's how he always is.
No, okay, fair enough. I was just genuinely concerned. Hey, I'm this new guy coming in, right, from the video game world, and I'm meeting everyone for the first time here. And I would say Jack Evans definitely a little tricky there.
A little tricky. I would say that Angelico has been the ring general for their tag team matches. He's been the one that's guiding the modus operandi of this tag team, and according to Jack, thus far not been that successful. You can see Jack with a little bit of a dour look, not usually the intensity on his face, but I think Angelico and Jack Evans maybe looking to make a name for themselves here in AEW and make an example.
It also
of
doesn't
Private
help
Party.
that everyone here in Chicago, they're firmly on the side of Private Party. This is going to be Isaiah Cassidy locking it up with Angelico here.
And Angelico was born in South Africa, but spent a lot of his youth wrestling in Spain. That's where he met Ultimo Dragon. Ultimo Dragon actually was the one that suggested he go to Mexico to train, and that's where he learned under Negro Navarro, the master of the Llaveo style. And you will see Angelico use many high-flying, high-risk techniques along with a preponderance of submission holds and pinning predicaments.
That's a big word. You're gonna have to bust out the dictionary there a little bit, but yes, I think that when you talk about the ability and the skill and where you want to go to learn that, no better place than Mexico. You know, you see what those guys do in AAA all the time. It is maddening how talented they all are down there. Makes sense why Angelico would go and train in that region. And Cassidy needs to be careful here. Simply just because.
Oh, Cassidy flips out of the flying mare, lands on his feet, trying to bait Angelico in. Angelico, bipaso, up and over the top of Cassidy. Comes in, off the middle rope, Cazadora into an arm drag, takes Angelico over the top. Not sure Angelico was expecting that heel kick.
I don't even think we were expecting that. Impressive. Dust those shoes off, man. You were in that one.
Yeah, gotta keep those things pristine. Put them back in the box after the match. And now
egging them on, too. That's the worst part about all of this, right? If Jack Evans is feeling the way that he's feeling here, and you're just getting taunted by the other side, it's frustrating to deal with.
It's going to make you madder and madder. Maybe create more opportunity for a mistake. Mark Quinn making his entrance into the match, facing off with Jack Evans. Quinn with the leapfrog up and over the top. Step up Huracan Rana with the hands behind the head, but Evans flips out of it. Quinn didn't expect it. Cazadora from Jack Evans. Arm drag, Mark Quinn.
Oh, but the glasses, the casualty. Oh, no, not the glasses.
Jack throws a high roundhouse. Quinn coming up with that rising kick to the face of Jack Evans. Jack charges in with the back elbow. Quinn ducks under, sends him to the ropes. Jack ducks under the lariat and the back elbow attempt. Mark Quinn, great single leg drop salt. And now a little bit back into the face of Jack Evans. Got a little handstand.
Private Party are showmen, and they are showing off here in Chicago.
Isaiah Cassidy tagging out, going over Jack Evans. And as I mentioned, Private Party will be facing off with the Young Bucks October 9th, Boston, Massachusetts. We also have October 16th, sold out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. October 23rd, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Peterson Event Center. Tickets on sale now at AEWTix.com. TIX. Charleston, West Virginia at the Charleston Coliseum. Chicago, Illinois. We'll be right back here on Thanksgiving Eve for an episode of AEW on TNT. Tickets for those events on sale right now at AEWTix.com.
Make sure you get them fast, because if history's any indication, they sell out quickly. But here we go, right back into the action now. Jack Evans fighting off both members of Private Party and doing it very well here. Going in for the corkscrew kick right to the head.
Corkscrew, Gamangiri, springboard style. Jack Evans hooks the leg from the heavens, only getting a 2 count according to referee Bryce Remsburg. Evans and Angelico, quick tag out. Great tag team work. As I mentioned, they are former AAA World Tag Team Champions. The current reigning, defending AAA World Tag Team Champions will put those titles on the line later on tonight on All Out during the Escalera de la Muerte, as the champions, the Lucha Bros, Phoenix and Pentagon Jr., face off with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. All that on pay-per-view at the top of the hour.
Now we're starting to see that experience come into play.
And that's the strength and size advantage of Angelico as well. Beautiful roll through into front hold, only a 2 count.
5 minutes gone by, 10 minutes remain.
20-minute time limit here in this matchup. 5 minutes, as we heard Justin Roberts say, have elapsed. Evans and Angelico have been in firm control outside of that early flurry by Private Party. Evans rolls through.
Trying to get a hook on that arm.
Into an inverted arm bar.
It's going to be right next to the rope, so we'll be able to use that free hand to get to that rope. I'm sure he would have liked that to roll just a little bit further away.
Quinn, very lanky, very long limbs, and that allowed him to get the break. Now knee strike to the forehead. Quinn goes down in a heap after 2 consecutive shots.
Cutting the ring off too. That's the other thing. Not allowing Isaiah Cassidy to get into this at all, but Isaiah Cassidy looking to will the crowd into this one. Excalibur needs his buddy Mark Quinn to get to the other side. Jack Evans with that back to Cassidy, very important there. Quinn, though, managing to shoot right back into this, and now finally starting to mount some offense.
Laying in a shot, laying Jack Evans head first into the top turnbuckle. Springboard, no, and Angelico went to block, nobody home. Quinn makes the tag, Cassidy coming up, drop kick. Takes Evans off his feet, Isaiah Cassidy back to his feet.
Coast to coast from across the ring. That is craziness there, but the agility. Isaiah Cassidy looking for any opportunity to get some offense in there, Excalibur.
Wild swing and a miss from Jack Evans. Now Isaiah Cassidy, Cape Rana off the middle rope and just cutting a pose on the entrance ramp here at the Sears Center Arena in Chicago, Illinois.
Private Party looking to style on some fools in Chicago. Going in, what a shot.
2 count able to kick out of that outside in moonsault press from Isaiah Cassidy.
Already getting that momentum going on their side here, Excalibur. That's what they needed. And Mark Quinn, it all started with that miraculous leap from one end of the turnbuckle all the way to the other, and now Private Party are in control.
Yeah, and you saw the look on Angelico's face. He had spotted it. He knew. He put it together just a half second too late. Had he caught that dive on Quinn, oh, Manhattan drop. Step up, Enziguri, sweep of the legs. Now, over that. Oh, and a stuff to the top of the head, driving Jack Evans face first into the canvas.
I mean, it goes without saying, but that looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt.
Low bridge there by Angelico. Bipasso.
Oh, from the window to the wall.
DDT plants him down. Angelico planted on the top of his head, rolled to the outside. Now Quinn in there with Jack Evans. Jack Evans breaks free, rolling soul butt to the chest, knocking Mark Quinn to the back, or back to the ropes. Blind tag there by Isaiah Cassidy. Bryce Remsburg has it spotted. I don't know if Jack Evans does.
Totally not aware of the situation.
Into the stunner, now over the back of Evans. Oh, kick to the side of the head. Isaiah Cassidy up on his feet. Quinn over the top. Shinui just plants him. Evans on the top of his head.
Maybe it was that added squeal from Cassidy.
Tornillo over the top.
What are we watching here, Excalibur? It is just incredible feat of athleticism after incredible feat of athleticism.
We're watching Mark Quinn go up to the top rope. Shooting star!
Look at the hang time he had on that.
Shooting star press as he rolls to the outside, bringing Isaiah Cassidy, the legal man, into the ring. Though, are they delaying for too long? Cassidy, very lackadaisical cover. Evans kicks out. Too long of a delay.
That's
that
right.
was the inexperience. They were out of position. Private Party, had they been more collectively thinking on the same page, that type of error may not have made, that might make the difference between winning and losing this match. That type of error might make the difference between winning and losing that AEW World Tag Team Championship. Spider German suplex there from Jack Evans. Now Evans from the heavens, no, 630.
Wow.
Rolled through.
Angelico grabbing the leg.
Oh, rider kick there.
Oh, right to the chest. That's gonna hurt for sure. And now this is the opportunity that they were looking for.
That low Enziguri. Now Jack Evans bringing Isaiah Cassidy up. Oh, the PK across the face.
Surely that's it, Excalibur.
And Bryce Remsburg admonishing Angelico with the assistant 450 1-2. No!
He kicked out of all of that.
10 minutes gone by, 5 remain.
Angelico and Evans were just a moment away from picking up their first victory here in All Elite Wrestling.
The resilience of Isaiah Cassidy, Excalibur, so impressive. But this may as well be it. Winito, Mark Quinn sees Angelico.
He's got the leg of Angelico as Jack Evans up on the top rope. Isaiah Cassidy sweeping out the leg. And now both members of Private Party have both members of the opposition up on the ropes. Looks like perhaps a superplex party. No. Angelico went for the, oh! The Pele kick there from Quinn. Cassidy goes over the top rope, rolls up to his feet. Now, Quinn.
Oh!
Avalanche Poison Rana, and a Poison Rana there from Cassidy.
Because if one wasn't enough, two is perfectly fine. Going in for the hook. Gin and juice!
Cassidy hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Private Party.
The winners of this match, Private Party.
Huge victory this evening for Private Party. They needed this win going in to AEW on TNT for that tag team tournament. The momentum they needed because they're going to be going up against the Young Bucks and they're going to bring everything they got against this squad right here.
Yeah, the Young Bucks are not going to make the same mistake as Angelico and Evans did and to underestimate this team, Private Party, who's picked up their first victory here. And as you mentioned, GB, going in to the second episode of AEW on TNT, into that AEW World Championship Tag Team title tournament with nothing but momentum at their back, wind in their sails. Great show of sportsmanship here by the young team.
You have to acknowledge how hard everyone here fought.
And how frustrating this must be for Angelico and Evans. A world-class tag team now winless here in All Elite Wrestling.
Oh, no, 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 oh!
Jack Evans attacking Quinn from behind Cassidy. Attack from behind by Angelico. And Jack Evans just putting the boots to Mark Quinn.
Absolutely uncalled for here. They just had a phenomenal match in the Sears Center.
Oh, look at this. Angelico with Quinn's legs tied up. This better not be. Oh, the Navarro death roll. Look at him crank on that ankle and that knee. Going after the ligaments of Mark Quinn. Trying to prevent Private Party from taking to the skies. That Navarro death roll applied by Angelico. That could have serious ramifications going into the AEW World Tag Team title tournament.
And again, it's just not a thing you want for a competitor with experience, but still, getting their getting their wrestling shoes, as I would like to say, right? Getting into this on AEW, only to very much get neutralized and attack the legs like that. That's what they use to take flight.
Oh, yeah, and Angelico knew exactly what he was doing as Bryce Remsburg's checking on Mark Quinn, checking on his knee. Jack Evans just cannot shut up.
Man,
let's take a look at some of the action we saw in this match. Private Party, so impressive here tonight, Goldie.
Yeah, despite what ended up happening just a while ago, this matchup was incredible. Jack Evans and Angelico, they went for all the risks they possibly could. And I love
from the windows to the wall.
That's what they told me it's called, so I went with it.
Cassidy throwing caution to the wind, and that beautiful picture, perfect shooting star press there from Mark Quinn. Oof, almost lost him, but was able to clench the knees soon enough on that Poison Rana and Cassidy. Another one for good effort, but here it was, the gin and juice.
Unbelievable. Private Party picking up a huge victory here. And then this is the moment.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating to see such a great matchup. You want to see sportsmanship in AEW, but instead you get something like this. Despicable from Jack Evans and Angelico.
And we see Mark Quinn being helped up the ramp by Bryce Remsburg.
I hope his legs are okay.
A little unsteady on that knee. Remains to be seen how it will affect Private Party in their match against the Young Bucks in Boston on October 9th.
MJF, a lot of people are wondering why you don't have a match this evening.
I bet, sweetheart, I bet.
Maxwell.
Oh,
Match.
what's going on? Yes,
Match this
match.
evening.
Oh my God, great question. You know, you're a lot smarter than you look, sweetheart. Keep it up. You're doing great. Yeah, you know, I've been getting this a lot, especially on the internet. Oh, MJF, you're such a nerd. You don't have a match on the card. Newsflash, idiots. I didn't want a match on the card. What I wanted to do was something that you people can't grasp, because you're not salt of the earth like me. What I wanted to do was help my best friend, my mentor, the American Nightmare, the roller coaster, Cody Rhodes. Because tonight, the only thing we're worried about is securing a victory against that no-good piece of Sean Spears.
But what if Cody doesn't choose you to be ringside with him tonight?
Sorry. You are funny. You are funny. You got it all going on. You got my number, sweetheart. Just call me, okay?
Well, we have the third member of the broadcast booth making his way to the ringside area. Boomer Sooner himself heading to the commentary booth, shaped like a boot.
Always a pleasure to have good old JR with us here.
JR very excited about OU kicking off their season tomorrow. We're very thankful to have him here tonight in Chicago, Illinois. JR, great to see you. Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure.
And JR, as excited as you are for OU to kick off their season, more excited to be here tonight for All Out, the pay-per-view extravaganza.
What a great city, guys, and we're privileged to be in here tonight, here in Chicago. And I look over this roster, and I look over this this entire card, time and time again. It gets better every time I review it, I study about it. This is an extravaganza, folks, that we're not going to see the likes of anytime soon, because we're crowning a new champion.
There's
tonight.
a lot of firsts here
A
tonight.
lot of history going to be made tonight, guaranteed history.
That's right. And that's what makes it so exciting, right? We are a part of history. All these people here are a part of history. It's going to be awesome, JR.
Got any, what's your thoughts on Jericho and the Hangman?
Well, I doubted Jericho going into Double or Nothing. I didn't think he had it. I thought Omega, the best bout machine, the best in the world, I thought he had it. Jericho proved me wrong. I think he might have it here tonight against Hangman.
It's a big match environment. The question would be, how does the young man, Hangman Page at 27, how does he handle it?
Well, I think the advantage that Hangman Page is going to have, honestly, is, as you just mentioned, he's the young man. He's coming into this one with a lot of energy. He has a fire and a chip on his shoulder. That is the most important thing, especially after what happened at Fight for the Fallen. You know that Adam Page is here, and he wants some blood.
Yeah, we saw Chris Jericho jumping Hangman Page at Fight for the Fallen, blooding him up, giving him stitches over his left eye. But Hangman Page said that's what he wanted. He wanted that blood. He knew that Jericho saw him as a threat, and that's why he attacked him.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I think it's all going to be about who can handle the pressure is what I'm thinking about. Who can handle the pressure? And speaking of pressure, to me, the pressure is on Kenny Omega, reputed to be the greatest wrestler in the world, to have the match of his AEW life. He needs that tonight.
The greatest wrestler in the world, but also with an 0-1 singles record here in All Elite Wrestling. Facing on Pac, the man who was originally scheduled to face Hangman Adam Page. Pac pulled himself out of that match. He opted to attack Hangman in Nottingham, England, and have that match there where he tried to injure him, and now turning his sights just 10 days out after Jon Moxley had that MRSA infection in his left elbow, forcing surgery.
Well, I'll tell you something. The Pac is hungry. He's been overlooked in his mind's eye. That's all that matters for his entire career. By God, tonight, in the global world of pay-per-view, this kid's got a chance to become a star.
Oh, indeed he does. And most importantly, right, you have to think that Kenny Omega, he prepped for Jon Moxley. That's who he wanted to go up against. A very different style is what Pac brings to the table, and that is something that Kenny Omega needs to think about. And I don't know, gentlemen, it's going to be really, really difficult for the bout machine, Kenny Omega, to overcome.
Think about that promo he did on Being the Elite. all focused on Jon Moxley. He found out that he would be facing Pac here tonight at All Out, but he could not stop talking about Moxley.
I can't stop talking about Cody and Sean Spears with Tully Blanchard in his corner, singing of Spears, not becoming pronoun boy here. But folks, this is damn sure personal. I mean, Sean Spears almost ended Cody's career, and almost over hyperbole cliche, but it's a fact.
It was the chair shot heard around the world just the day before Cody Rhodes' birthday. Sean coming in, cracking him over the head with that chair, requiring 10 staples in the back of the head, and Sean Spears instantly changing the complexion of all elite wrestling in one fell swoop.
Got a thought on that one?
I don't know. I mean, gentlemen, it's a very personal matchup. It's going to be rough. Well, you know what I'm loving here? Seeing all these people coming out to Chicago, Illinois, joining us here for AEW's All Out. I mean, this is going to be an evening, and I just saw right there the Lucha Brothers. We're going to get the AAA World Tag Team Championships defended right here in Chicago in the Escalera de la Muerte, a ladder match.
You have to explain that to me here in a minute.
I got you covered, buddy.
Yeah, I know you do. Thank God for both of you. You know, I caught a lot of TLC matches, ladder matches, those type things. They can be sensational, or they can be nothing more than a series of car crashes using the human body. It's like the old Joey Chitwood Thrill Show boys on the days of the Saturday Afternoon Spectacular.
I have had the pleasure, and I would say, I guess displeasure from a personal standpoint, because I love the Young Bucks. They are close friends of mine. I have great admiration for them and great concern for their well-being. I have called many of their ladder matches before. I have seen the risks that they are willing to take. And now here in Chicago, Illinois, with the AAA World Tag Team Championship titles hanging high above the ring, and their opponents, the Lucha Brothers, their rivals for the last number of years. I mean, their best and worst rivals. They are going to lay it all out on the line. No pun intended.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. These ladder matches, as we oftentimes overlook, gentlemen, has no disqualifications. There's only one way for the ladder match to end. That's to climb the ladder, secure the championship, hanging above the ring, and possess them. You are then the winner.
That's right. That's right.
And the winner leads with the titles.
That's right. Simple as that. We have to have a winner here this evening. There is no time limits, and we're just going to have carnage from start to finish.
It'll be literally anything goes. But before that, we also have the woman that will go on to face Nyla Rose October 2nd in Washington, D.C. Riho Hikaru Shida, facing off the winner of that match, will be competing for the AEW Women's World Championship title in Washington, D.C.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a super card here, the biggest card of the year, without a doubt for us. It's going to make history. Without a doubt, guaranteed history. A new AEW champion. Who's that going to be? Who's going to be fighting in the women's title match on TNT in a few weeks? This is a history-making night. We're glad that you're going to be with us. If you haven't made the commitment, then please call your cable company. Think about joining us. I guarantee you, you're going to be entertained. You're going to get more than your money's worth. And we are not phoning nothing in tonight. This is going to be a big night. I can't wait, gentlemen.
It'll be on pay-per-view, on In Demand, VR Live, the VR Live app, ITV Box Office in the UK and Ireland, Fight TV everywhere else in the world. You have just a couple seconds to be there live with us here in Chicago, Illinois. The sold